Good morning. What's up, guys? And thanks for tuning in and welcome to yet another weekly crypto market update. This is Setup Saturday. So, first of all, Merry Christmas to everyone that celebrates it. And yeah, as always, I'm here with Zero Cool. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Still full from Christmas dinner. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm very good. Well, I was sick this week, but I'm a lot better now. So let's dive into the stream. So basically, me and Zero Cool were talking about this before the stream, and actually, there's not really that much to talk about in the crypto sphere at the moment. So we said we're just gonna do a quick live stream to keep everyone updated and to share our thoughts, but real quick so we don't steal everyone's time too long. So what we're gonna do today is I'm just gonna give basically a quick update about global liquidity because there's not that much to say. And then Zero Cool is gonna do Bitcoin TA, and I
Yep.
think you told me you want to do some silver and gold TA, and
Silver
then
Gold's pal as well. All having a blast while crypto is having a snooze.
yeah. So yeah, let me show real quick the global liquidity update. Then, so basically, global liquidity fell actually this last few weeks by so this week by 592 billion US dollars, and in total, it's sitting at 186.16 trillion dollars this week. Basically, four reasons. So the first reason was weak Fed liquidity growth. Then the second reason was a slower sorry guys, PBOC liquidity injections, and then the third, the Bank of Japan is in QT, and then also the US dollar recovery. And about the US dollar recovery, I wrote a small article. I don't know if you read it. Zero Cool.
It's on my
It's
to-do
right
list.
here.
I've been very busy with family.
Yeah, so you can basically see here at the model that the dollar recovered a little bit, and that's why Bitcoin is having difficulties because of that there is less global liquidity, and it's showing in the charts as well. I really like for global liquidity this chart from Julius. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he puts out really well made charts in my opinion, where you can see okay where is global liquidity and Bitcoin headed, because there's not really a good global liquidity chart, in my opinion, on crypto Twitter, and I think this is one of the better ones. And as you can see here, so he made a Bitcoin global liquidity oscillator, and it's currently sitting at the lower bound of the range of the Z-score, which is indicating based on global liquidity and the Bitcoin's price, Bitcoin should be moving upwards a little bit, but um, in my opinion, where Bitcoin is just going to range, there is not much liquidity supporting it. And I think all the liquidity that's into the system is going to equities and gold and silver. I think the Santa rally that we talked
Uh,
about is not
yeah,
it's not in crypto. I think it's everywhere else but
and
in crypto.
commodities. Yes, indeed.
But yeah, this is basically everything I wanted to show you guys. Just a quick global liquidity update that you guys are informed, and because I know everyone wants to see okay where's global liquidity headed, because this is the main factor we always show on this stream if it's a good time to buy or not. And yeah, so like I showed you guys, global liquidity is going down at the moment. The top should be in about late January. Yeah, and there's one thing, but I'm gonna only keep it for Discord. Michael Howell put on what's in for 2026, and I think I'm gonna post it in Discord because it's a premium research. I'm not gonna show it on the live stream. So if you guys want to join the Discord and everything, I will post it there for you because I know you like these sort of
I
articles
do.
as well.
Yes, I do. I
Yeah.
do quite keep up with them.
So yeah, that was my part. So you can go ahead, Circle.
Yeah, let's do some TA on Bitcoin, right? The thing I wanted to point out, quite simple actually. If you go to this November 17 to 24 candle, you build a range, and we're basically respecting that range, right? You got your high, you got your low, and if we zoom in a little bit, it's just tickled it here, supports, barely clinging on, but it survived, and yeah, we're just ping ponging in this range, and I think if we go above 90,000, because this here also seems to be a little bit of resistance. If you go above 90,000, 93 here, so
Yeah, honestly, I don't think it's a bad place to buy. It's just super boring. nothing?
Yeah, it's more my style of trading, honestly. Buy low,
Yeah,
buy, rinse and repeat for weeks. Uh, but yeah, what I was trying to say, this is your resistance. I think if we break above 90.3, you smash buy, and this is basically a free trade. And the longer we derp around in this range, not the faster, but the higher or lower the next move will be. So if this starts to break down, I think we're going to see our low 70s. If this starts
yeah.
to break up, and I'm like, oh, it's going to go super high or super low, and I'm like, oh, very modest, 104 maybe, like over here. But again, the longer it ranges, the higher it's going to go. You just don't trade against the flow. Don't trade against the trend. Just follow it. Above 95, and we're good. Below 87, where we're like hovering now, start to pucker a little bit more. And if we zoom out a little bit, I'll clean up the chart here. So we have this weekly derping that we have going on. We've seen that before. We've seen it here. And if we do the same, what we just did there, and we draw our high, and we draw our low, and we zoom in, we see it respected this as well, right? So resistance, I'd say this is support, a little bit below the candle, like it never swept. So this, every time here it was coming down. It's like, so this is on the daily and on the weekly, very flat. So this teasing us that it didn't clear it, like once it broke back, this was nasty, but this is a clear breakout. Like you long this in theory, and it starts to like stutter out. It recovers these lows with this flat low. It was always was a very clean and obvious trade. But yeah, basically the same what we've seen right now, right? You got your high, your low. We're ping ponging below it. We had one major fake out. We haven't had that yet. And we ping pong below it again. And once it broke out, it kept going. And this time it was to the upsides, and we had a very big rally. This is like almost 100%, 70%. That's quite the move. And I think we're doing the exact same now.
It is possible in 2026. I always said this U.S. administration, they want to push crypto because they will use stable coins to try to fix the debt. So it is possible. I wouldn't rule out any scenario. So
Also notice how this is December 2023, and we're doing the exact same thing now in December. We just have a range that we respect. One fake out, which we haven't had yet. We range more. We break out, and we trend for a long time. This is what 2.5 months, a month, and then we range more. So yeah, we trend, and it's strong when we trend. So that's the next move, I think. Just make sure that if you size up on a breakout, yeah, that you monitor it quite well. Not that you like I don't know, do this below the last low 8%, so you throw up times 10 and you walk away. I think you're gonna have a bad time if you do that. Monitor it. This is the type of strength you want to see. There's a clear difference between the breakout candle here, this candle, and then you would lag for 3 days with long wicks, and you have your breakout candle, and it's your candle up, candle up, candle up, like a drop but recovered, candle up. And here, there are no big wicks when it starts to lag. It's a big difference between here. Your wicks here are super long. And yeah, that's Bitcoin. I think we're doing something like this. It's in a range, respect the range. If we're above 90, I think we see 94, above 94. I would love to see big volume breaking 94. and then yeah, I'm game for higher, and then
Why
sky's the
did you
limit.
draw your range? What's the bottom of your range? What's
The weekly. Oh, why am I in 2020 all of a sudden? Where were we? We were over here. So bottom of the range was the bottom candle, top of range, top candle that put in the week that
No,
it put in
I
the
mean
range.
for today's.
Okay, yeah, same principle here. Weekly close, weekly open here, and weekly close. That's my range.
Okay. Yeah, my thing is just, and I'm gonna show my screen real quick.
Mhm.
Another possible scenario is just because this with the Ishimoku cloud is pretty obvious that we might just see a bearish tick across go inside of the cloud for a whole year. That's also another scenario that just 2026 will just be flat. We reset the chart. Basically, we go all the way edge to edge in the cloud, and then we form a support on this resistance of last year's range. I think this is a possibility as well. That's why I ask, okay, what's your range?
Yep, I didn't even know it was Ichimoku support cloud that we're like resting on now.
Yeah. But
which
that's
is
possible as well, which is aligning with your theory as well, that we form here a range and that we break out following the Ishimoku cloud.
yeah, either upside or downside. I think if we break out and we start to trend again, it will be higher or lower than people expect, because people have been bored to death. They're gonna counter trade. Let's say they're in a short and they get stopped out, and they're like, oh, they want to short again, and that just adds fuel. All the way around or long, and they got stopped out and it's going down.
I'm not sure if I agree with because the thing is, if we go down, I think Bitcoin is so not volatile anymore that we just can do this basically a whole year, and the whole year's price action will be minus 15%, which is nothing for Bitcoin. So
it's true
in a year. So I mean, and this is my bear scenario, and I think the bull scenario is still much higher, like you showed. It can do easily 100%. So that's why I still believe in Bitcoin, because the risk reward is still there. I think the risk. I don't think we will go much lower than 70K or something disastrous has to happen with Bitcoin, like for example quantum or Satoshi moving coins or maybe another war. Because I think Bitcoin is fairly valued at the moment. I think there is massive debt. I think there is a lot of money printing coming back. I think there is still a kind of mispriced between the Nasdaq and Bitcoin because it didn't move yet. Mispriced between gold and Bitcoin at the moment. So I think, or maybe I'm naive to think that since gold is at, what is it, 4,500 at the moment, that normally Bitcoin should follow that. But that's maybe because I believe in Bitcoin, but
it should.
there's
Yes,
just a lot of things that should support Bitcoin's price, and that the bear case is only minus 15% in my
in the
opinion,
low 70s.
and that the bull case is plus 100%. So that's why I'm still in Bitcoin. That's why because the risk reward is just there.
Yep, I think if we do have the opportunity to buy below 70, it's like you smash buy and you don't ask questions about it. I think below 70,000 is obviously giga discount, and that will recover. I don't see a scenario where we like stay below 70 long. And we had that flush in October, and I think we said it then. This will take time to recover, and I think what we're seeing now is still recovery from it. There's someone Wintermute probably still unloading their bags, causing massive havoc on crypto. Before we go to
that's another thing that's another thing I wanted to show. Talking about liquidations, I saw the CoinGlass 2025 report, and let me show back my screen. This year alone, there were 154 billion liquidations in crypto. So this is the total nominal value of forced liquidations across both and long in crypto this year, which is just enormous. This shouldn't happen. This is just crazy. This means that on average every day there was around 500 million just leverage washing every single day in crypto. And of course, an industry cannot sustain if this is just happening on a daily basis, and that's
No, it's
just too much.
money trading hands, and it's capital removed from the system, right?
Yeah,
'Cause it's just flowing to the exchanges.
yeah.
All right. One before we go to commodities, I want to throw Zcoin on here. It has been remarkably strong. Like you have your range from your weekly high and weekly low. It tested the mid range. This is your mid. It tested this and I reclaimed it. And it's sending. So this is most likely your asset to be in crypto if Bitcoin starts to go higher. So yeah, there's still opportunities there. Let's quickly go over the commodities. Share this screen instead. Everybody's been talking about silver. It puts in a 10% candle on the daily here, which
Crazy.
is almost unseen. This is what parabolic blow-off looks like. This is
Put it
my
on the monthly or something. I think it's a mega cap and handle.
It is a long range that it broke out of, yeah. But this is maybe
Or on the weekly.
Yeah, there's a little cup and handle in there. But yeah, this is the type of structure that if I see it in like big assets on crypto, I short with no questions, right? This is parabolic blow off. This will do this and then do that.
But no way. Yeah, in crypto, yeah.
This is the type of pattern that I absolutely love to trade. You can do it a little bit more cleaner. What do we need? We need this, and then our circle thingy. It is very early for me. I am not awake yet. What am I looking for here? I'll just do it by hand, a bit neater. You get the idea. This is supposed to be a nice circle. Once we break this up thing, this is where you look for a short pattern, and which is an obvious short pattern. You put in your high like it is here. Your high, your low, sweep. This is your trigger. You add here, like you put 50% over here with a high stop. Or stop above here. You put another stop. Obvious stop is the high. You add your other 50% of your trade over here. If it rolls over back towards your low, you add your other 50% here. And if it goes higher, you add above your high here. And that's exactly how I would position for this. And then the floor is the limits. I would aim probably first TP over here. And this is already like 30-40%. Price range from here to here is 40%. If you catch that in commodities, that's quite the insane drop. But yeah, this is parabolic blow off. I posted it in Discord. There's videos of people lining up to buy silver. One of the reasons people are buying silver is was it China or Japan? One of the two is banning it physically. So people are hoarding it like mad. But yeah, this. If I see this structure in crypto, I zoom in and I put alerts on highs, lows, and this is what I short. It might not be the play to like do an ETF because getting exposure to physical gold through stocks is pretty hard. This might be like an option play where you buy future options for a lower price, 6 months, a year, and you like aim for the 50s on the chart. That's silver. Insane day, 10% on the daily. Silver is like giga unseen. It's like an anomaly almost. If we go to gold, it also broke out. But this is less parabolic, right? This is nice and sustained. The difference between gold is this. Silver is this, and then gold is doing this, which is a nice sustained line. Big difference. Yeah, gold super strong. Where is this going? Probably 5K, I guess, if I have to guess a random number. But it's getting there. It's slowly starting to accelerate, I guess. But silver's already like in this final leg up, I think. And then the last one I wanted to share was our friend Pal. Share this screen again. Palladium also made an insane recovery. A bit harder to trade or see. But again, you have your parabolic move. It broke the uptrend, and then you had your nasty drop. That's kind of what I'm looking for. This did a 10% drop, not too nasty, I guess. But again, it's very clean, very like this is doing like a year. It's double in a year. Bitcoin is in the minus, so this is the kind of stuff you want to see in crypto. And this is our Santa rally that we're not seeing in crypto. It's in commodities.
The thing what I wanted to share basically on Discord that I said, Michael Howell's 2026 prospects.
Mhm.
He basically talked about this. I'll show my screen real quick to give a sneak peek. So basically, this is the article. Only part 1 was available. I was going to wait till part 2. It's written as well, so I sent you part 1 and part 2. But basically, what he says is, and following the theory of just if you do asset allocation, so if you build your portfolio, what you should do is at the top of the liquidity cycle, usually commodities rally the hardest, and it's exactly following the theory how it should be doing it. So at the moment we are at the top of the global liquidity cycle. That's when you see commodities rally the hardest, and so it's following exactly how it should in theory. And the next phase is cash. So how did they say it? Enjoy the party, but dance near the door.
Absolutely. And yeah, it really all depends on what time frame the cycle is, right? Because I'm looking to buy a house next year. It might be the absolute worst timing, economically wise, to buy an asset like that. But hey, you can't time the housing market, right?
You should ask Chris. He's in the chat.
He can be the broker.
If you want, we can do our predictions. And
I was pretty wrong. I think I said 100,000 2 weeks ago.
Both of us. So I'm just, let me put it on the daily.
Look at those flat candles. How disgusting.
What do you think?
We have
this range, or do I start?
94.
So you're still for next week?
Yeah, I'm still bullish.
That's 7.5% in 1 week.
Yeah, it's crypto, man. What the fuck? Don't you remember the days where it was Christmas? You woke up and your assets went up 20%. You go to bed and you wake up and they're up 50%. And you go to bed and they're up. You wake up the next day, 3 days later, and it's moved 100%. And that's for Bitcoin, Litecoin. Solana wasn't around back then, but everything was moving hundreds of percents. So yeah, 7%, absolutely. Believe little.
I don't think anything will happen.
Nothing ever happens. That's a secret. But yeah, stuck in a range. The cloud is a support. If we start breaking out, don't fade it. Just micromanage a little bit so that's not a fake out. You should see pretty fast within like 3 or 4 days, or by the speed we're doing all these bars, 3 or 4 hours, that if it's a fake out or not. Just don't ignore the trend that is happening when we break out of this range. That's all.
All right, guys. So everyone, thanks for watching, and Happy New Year. In when is it? It's Wednesday, New Year. Wednesday to Thursday. So guys, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and thanks for watching. We will be doing this into the next year as well. So we continue streaming on Saturday.
Absolutely.
Let's just hope crypto gets more exciting, that we have a lot to talk about, because at the moment it's just
Right now, it is look at other assets that are doing better and draw conclusions from that. Diversify your portfolio.
yeah, that's something I wanted to do for our Discord for beginning of the year. So I will share my portfolio of everything, stocks and everything, just to show you guys how you should manage your portfolio, how you should do asset allocation. And I think it's interesting for everyone, because I think everyone got older. Everyone is not only in crypto anymore. So I think you should diversify in everything. Or unless you have less money, your situation is
Ooh.
different, or you want to take more risk. And that's always a possibility.
There's
But,
one more stock I want to share
okay.
that I think is an absolute gamble for next year.
But you're gonna show ASPI again?
No. That's a long-term gamble. This is a shorter-term gamble. This is AMC, the theater chain in the States. Yes, there are some stock splits in here, but this is down a metric shit ton. This is valued less than $1 billion for the biggest theater chain in America, probably the world. They're doing record numbers on sales for stuff like Avatar 3. I think this is like picking up pennies for the dollar at the moment. This chart's absolutely fucking brutal, I'm not gonna lie. Using this here. It's bottomed out a little bit. I've started to buy heavily under $2. I think about 50% of what I want over here. And if it goes below 160 again, I'll buy more. But yeah, this is for me a pick into the next year that I think can see like ×2, ×3 pretty fast, like warping speed. That's all. Have a look into it. I think this is a very interesting one.
All right. Okay. Well, it's very cool. Thanks a lot. And
No
guys,
problem.
see you in New Year. Bye, guys.
See you next year, guys. Bye.